Good afternoon, Team Ruby. Hello, Facebook. Hello, friends. Hope you guys are having a great morning or afternoon. It just officially hit afternoon here in Dallas, Texas. But we are having a very gloomy day. And so I'm trying to brighten it up myself by taking action. And so I'm excited today to do a lunch and learn for you guys and share some of my tips for sponsoring. So we'll wait a second and get a few viewers to join us, but I was really excited to see several of you RSVP to join live today. And if you aren't joining live, no big deal. That's why I love Facebook Live, because you can actually go back and look at this anytime. If you're at work, if you are out at an appointment, or if you are with family, kids, whatever, you can do this on your time. So today, let's see who's joined us so far. Hello, I see Miss Pam. Hope you're doing great, Pam. So there are a few people that have joined us. But today I am very excited to chat with you guys about sponsoring. And I'm very excited because it makes such a difference in how you can affect other people's lives. So I'll tell you a little story before I get started. Oh, yay, Miss Erica's joined. Hello, Erica. Hi, Pam. I love it when people comment. Erica, I hope you got to go to the Houston meetup last night. I saw pictures and I was like, I want to have those little Mexico photo booth props and take pictures. They were cute. So anyways, there's Kate. Hey, Kate. But I thought I'd start out with a little story because I absolutely love our community. It is something that fills my cup. It has become such a huge part of my life. I can't imagine it not being. And I remember being a new stylist and joining just the Monday night calls that we had back then and thinking, these are so positive and these women are so supportive. Like, I can't imagine not being a part of this. But at that time, I was actually going to have to make a decision as to if I was going to keep my job or keep with Stella Dot, because at the time I'd gotten mono. Whooping cough was like in 2014, but I got mono and was burning both candles burning the end of both candles and just really crazy. So I was thinking to myself, I love this community. I can't imagine not being a part of it. But the great thing about it is that I actually still feel that way 8 years later. And when we were at our director summit last week, there were times where I really try to sit in the moment and reflect as to what my actions have done, because you will hear me talk a lot this year about our actions. I have really learned and begun being more kind with myself about how our actions make the difference. It's not the results of our life, it's the actions because that's what we can control. And when you take action, you feel so good. So oftentimes when I'm not feeling great, you don't want to take action. But I found that when I actually take action, it creates the greatness that I do feel. And so I was sitting around this round table with other Team Ruby members, and I sat there and I thought to myself, wow, because of the moments of being brave, taking action, being a little fearless, maybe getting outside of my comfort zone, I have changed these women's lives. And that may sound a little bit strange, and I'm really not trying to pat myself on the back, but I do think it's important to reflect on the things that you have done that have made a difference. Now, what that did is it fueled me to want to touch more people's lives, because it is us that make a difference. Knowing the women that we touch and what this brings to their life, what it's done, it really fuels you to want to go and share with more. And so reflect to yourself, like, who was your sponsor? And what kind of action does she have to take to bring you along? And how has it been an impact on your life? And how much do you enjoy it? And what do you love about it? And remember those things, because that is exactly how it will come across to somebody else. And so it's really all about action. So I've also known that over the last year or so, I have reflected and realized I have not been talking as much about sponsoring with our team. And it's probably a direct reflect that I didn't sponsor as many as I've sponsored ever in my career with Stella Dot in 2016. And so what that typically does is what I'm not focusing on, I'm not talking about with the team. We've talked a lot about booking, a lot about sales, maxing the flash sale, all those things. But What I am determined to do this year, and you're going to see a big change, is talking about sponsoring, because what we talk about happens, and I know what a difference it makes in other people's lives and how great that makes me feel to impact others. And that is truly why I love doing this. And so I want to do more of that. I want more of us to do more of that. And I know so many of you have reached out to me and have said, I want to sponsor more. I haven't sponsored my first. I don't think I've been around 2 years. In fact, I want to stop for a second and kudos Sherry Palacios. I always feel like I'm going to butcher her name. She was at our meetup last night. She has been a stylist in the Dallas area for 2 years and just sponsored her first stylist. And guess what? It was the first person she asked, officially, the first person she asked. She was doing coaching with her sponsor because she wanted to sponsor. And she was like, she realized she just had never asked anybody. She was too scared. She loves selling, and she loves selling to her neighbors and her community. And she was kind of afraid of giving that away. I was looking to see if that was Sherry giving me a thumbs up, but thanks for the thumbs up. But she realized that she wasn't asking people. And so first person she asked, she sponsored. And the girl came with her to the meetup last night, which was awesome. She's reached out to 2 more, and they haven't replied. But who cares? Because the one did. And the girl came and she loved our community. And so that's the difference that we make. So to get into the meat of the matter, because now we know why we're going to really be focusing on sponsoring, I want to share with you buckets, okay? So I posted these buckets. If you want to go peek down in the Ruby page thread, I posted those just about an hour ago. These buckets, because what I often find for myself and what I often hear from stylists on our team is that they feel like they get stuck. They don't know who to ask, or they feel like they've asked everybody. In reality, it's probably a lot of times 4 or 5 or 6 people. And we know that it takes asking 10 in order to get a 1. And so if you feel like you're getting stuck, let's focus on buckets. All right. So these are 6 buckets that you can actually use to create a new list of people you want to reach out to. With this sponsoring special this month, I personally have started a fresh new list of people that I'll go through where they are, because I want to maximize this opportunity for people. They deserve to know that we have this incredible special. Maybe the money's been an issue for them in the past. Maybe the timing wasn't right. And I don't want to be reaching out to them in February for the first time. Now, there may be new people I reach out to in February that I haven't met yet or thought of. But if I've thought of them, I want to reach out to them now. And so I want them to know, and I've made this list. So the different buckets that you can create or start on are, Erica, you missed the meetup. That's okay. Okay. Number 1, follow-up. Okay, so people that you have reached out to in the past, and maybe timing wasn't right, they didn't respond, they said, no, not now, whatever. Now, I'll tell you who's excellent at this, and I don't know if she's still alive, but that's Holly Scott. Holly is over in the UK. She is a top 10 sponsor for the entire European stylist force. Okay, she was just recognized this week. And Holly follows up with people that she's reached out to in the past. So anytime a new special comes out, this bucket can be follow-up people that you just want them to know that this exists. Hey, did you know we now have a new stylist special for this month? I wanted to let you know in case your timing's changed. Let me know if you have any questions. Here it is. It's a great deal. Would love to chat more. Just letting them know, inviting them to your meetup, inviting them to our online Meet Stella Dot. And we'll talk about the steps of how to reach out after you've got your list. Follow-up's number 1. Number 2 bucket is warm-up. People that are newbies. Maybe you hosted with them last month. Maybe you met them in the last quarter. Maybe they are a new lady that you met at the PTA meeting or in the nail salon, whatever it is. She's a newbie. Add those people into your newbie list, okay? Maybe you've mentioned it to them before, but just in passing and really not done anything else. Okay, 3rd bucket, customers. And I love this filter, okay? What if you went through and filtered? You literally can filter this in your contacts. Your last quarter of people that have spent $150 or more. Okay? That's almost the price of our starter kit. Those are people that loved the product. Why not just let them know? Okay? So that's another list that you can create. That's our 3rd bucket. Our 4th bucket are people that have been invited to Meet Stella Dot before. So we do our online gemstone Meet Stella Dots every Monday night. You have to be invited to it by your upline because Facebook limits how many that we can invite. So you've got to reach out to them. But maybe you've invited them to that. Maybe you invited them to your local meetup. Maybe you invited them to listen in to one of the head office calls, Meet Stella Dots. Maybe you have had them listen in to, some other home office led something or other. Those are the people you want to reach out to again. So maybe filter through that list. You might think of some additional names. Number 5 bucket is previous hostesses. So maybe you have talked to them about it before, maybe you haven't. Go through and look, see who your previous hostesses are, because again, they love Stella Dot. Maybe they would be interested now. Maybe the timing's better. And the 6th bucket are referrals. Referrals are huge because you just don't know who somebody may know that really needs something like this in their life. So letting those people know that either say no, ask them for a referral, or somebody that you know would not be interested in being a stylist, ask them for referrals. Mention it in your group hello that you're looking for stylists to join your team. We need stylists in this area, which is the absolute fact in every area. And so let people know, because they just might let you know of people that are interested or need something in their life. So you've got your buckets. I personally think the list part is huge. The fact that you now know when you reach out to 2 a day who you're going to reach out to. My goal is 2 a day, regardless of what kind of time I have. And then days that I have more time this month, I'm reaching out to more because I want to touch as many people as I can. You fit that to your goals, but those are my goals. But when I'm ready, I've got my list. Okay, so take your 15 minutes, your 30 minutes to start this, create this, add to it as the week goes on, because you will be so glad that you have your list ready. Okay. So what do we do now that we have our list? Because there are so many things we can do. So step 1 is reach out. Reach out via text, via Facebook Messenger, if that's how you have communication with them. Maybe it's through email, if that's the only thing you have for them. And maybe it's through this new route that we've been talking about this week, which is the video text, okay? So figure out what's the best way to reach out to that particular person and reach out. And I've posted several of my videos. I'm not going to go through it again, but they're very simple, very basic, very grassroots, and very personal. So something simple. Are you interested in learning a little bit more of information? I'd love to share more. It's not, are you interested in being a stylist? Because they might not know yet, but just asking them if they're interested in more information. So that's step 1. What if you don't hear back? Do you not do anything? This is where I feel most stylists stumble, because they feel like those that sponsor get response first time, and that's not the case. Sometimes on a rare occasion, like Jade Click, she sent 10 messages, video messages over the last day or so, and she didn't hear back from 9, and she heard back from 1 saying, yes, she's interested. That doesn't happen. But the odds were for her because she reached out to 10. So sometimes you will get that, yes, I'm interested. But most of the time, you won't hear much, okay? So what do I do next with those people? Because I'm not done with them yet. Second step I'll do is I will reach out by mailing them a lookbook. You guys, we forget how powerful our lookbooks are. They are so cute. They are so fun. That's what people are interested in, are these adorable jewelry, this adorable jewelry that we have to offer. So get that lookbook in their hand with the opportunity brochure. Okay, we've got the new cute opportunity brochures. If you don't have one yet, put the old one in, get rid of them, whatever. But pop that in the mail to her. And then I put a little handwritten note, and I'm mad because mine are actually in the mailbox, or I would show you guys. But I put a little handwritten note on our Stella Dot stationery and just say, Sam, hope you're having a great new year. Wanted to share our adorable new spring jewelry. I'd love to share more about the stylist opportunity. Maybe we can have coffee or meet for wine. Let me know what works. Hugs and kisses, Christy. That's it, okay? So it's another touch point, all right? For her to get that, be like, oh my God, Christy's so nice. Like, she's looking through it. She's not going to think that you are a weirdo or that you're too pushy. She's going to think, that's so nice. She's going to look through it. Whatever, okay? Am I done yet? Am I waiting for her to call me? No, okay? There's a step 3. And this is another step that many people miss. And so the step 3 that I'm doing is I then either follow up with a phone call, follow up with a text message, and I will invite her to one of our opportunity events. Maybe it's our Gemstone Meet Stella and Dot that we do every Monday night that I mentioned. Maybe it's our team Zoom call that I'm going to actually do with you guys, where you can invite potentials to the Zoom. Maybe it's our home office led Meet Stella Dot that they do every other week now, which is on the calendar in the lounge. Or maybe it's to one of our local Style Boss events that are going on. But I'm going to invite her to something and just let her know. I would love for you to attend. I hope you got the lookbook. Let me know your thoughts. Okay, so at this point, what do I do if I don't hear anything? I put her on my list for the next time we have a special. Because here's the deal. Until somebody tells me no, it's not a no. Because people that want to tell you no are going to tell you no. That's the facts. So if they don't say anything, most likely it's back in their head, and they might eventually tell me no. And great, then I can mark them off my list. But these are my simple steps. Okay, so make your bucket list, create a new list, go through your contacts, go through your phone, your orders, whatever you need to do, your friends, Facebook, make your list. And then remember the steps. Number 1, reach out with a text, email, Facebook message, video message. Wait a couple of days if you want, or wait till the next day. Pop a lookbook in the mail because it's going to take a few days with snail mail. Let her get the lookbook. So maybe then the following week, so you've waited several days. You're not, being OCD of this girl, but the special doesn't in January, so there is a sense of urgency. And then invite her to Meet Stella Dot and see what happens. So those are my tips for sponsoring this month. Very simple, very easy, no pressure, and we're not judging ourselves. We're taking action. So let me see. Does anybody have any questions? Okay, Kate, you love the buckets. Does that help you think of additional people? Because it really helps me think of additional people. Paige, loved seeing you last night, sweet Paige. Let's see. Anybody have any questions? I don't see any questions posted. Okay, if you think of any questions, feel free to post. I hope that this Lunch and Learn has been helpful today. I am on a mission to talk sponsoring with this team every day, if not every other day, because this is what really spreads joy, change people's lives, increases the fun factor, and increases our paycheck in the end. So share, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, have a great day. Thanks for joining the Lunch and Learn. Bye.